With Cash Flow Analyzer, I can analyze cash position, liquidity forecast, and actual cash flows. Before using the app, I define several settings in the User Settings under More in the Me area. For example, I derive currency based on transaction currency and set the balance view as the default view. I also need to shift amounts from non-working days to the next working day. Then I go back to the initial screen. By choosing the cash position variant and D7 as the time period, I can see today's cash position and the short-term cash forecast for the following 6 days. Expanding the table, I can see the position in the opening balance of my bank account, which is read from bank statements. Here, cash inflows and outflows are actual flows posted today and due by the end of today, and the closing balance is aggregated to the next day's opening balance. In addition to cash position, I can choose other variants or can create my own variant. Take liquidity forecast, for example. By selecting the liquidity forecast variant and expanding the table, I now can see the medium-term and long-term liquidity forecasts for a certain time period. Here, cash inflows and outflows are forecast flows, and the closing balance is aggregated to the next day's opening balance. What about an actual cash flow report? Sure, that's the actual cash flow variant. Now, I'd like to see the report in a cash pooling perspective. For this, I display the bank account group view. I choose a bank account group ID, which is defined in the Manage Bank Accounts app. In the cash pool, I can now see the aggregated amounts in each bank and the detailed amounts in each bank account. When I find a deficit or a surplus in a bank account, I can then navigate to the Make Bank Transfer app to make the necessary monetary transfers. I can also navigate to the Check Cash Flow Items app if I want to see the details in the original documents to track document line item details. Of course, I can also see the report from a liquidity item hierarchy point of view. For that, I choose a liquidity item hierarchy ID, which is defined in the liquidity item hierarchy app, and I choose a display currency. I can now see the aggregated amounts on different levels of liquidity items. If I want to see the details from the original documents, I can also navigate to the Check Cash Flow Items app to track the document line item details. Try it out and see how the Cash Flow Analyzer app can give you a high-level overview and a detailed insight into your cash flow status.